bitch.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
I think this is win. I'm calling it right here. Win.
call it.
Calling it. Calling my shot.
Okay,
I'm looking out in right field.
We've been sniffing.
Win.
What's that smell like?
The Astros
Slider.
scored another run.
You stink.
This whole PUBG like recording week that you guys are going to be watching is going to have every episode. I'm going to have an update on the Astros and Dodgers game 3.
Astros
Yo,
v
you-
Dodgers. It's like a battle of YouTube gaming. Because Astros, they make the headset, and then Dodgers, she's a YouTuber.
Wow,
Oh.
that was like an incredibly weird stretch you just made.
What are you talking about? They're both video game brands.
Yo, Austin, you stole our pitcher.
Justin
stole your
Verlander
Yeah.
Oh, pitcher. I thought you said picture.
from the Siren Song of Kate Upton.
Dog, you had like 20 years to give him a title.
She said, "Get me out of Detroit. I want to live in a megapolis." Like
Send me to
Houston.
Houston.
Dan, in like 3 hours, we can't talk for the entire weekend, Dan.
Oh, dude, Sunday night. I saw
night.
billboards everywhere going down to Detroit the other day. Sunday night. Steelers Lions. Yo,
That's
I
a matchup that hadn't happened in a while. It's
I hope-
NFC, AFC.
hope Ben gets hurt.
Oh my God!
Wow.
What a terrible thing to say.
Just for a quarter.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right then.
You want him to like sprain his ankle.
You just want him to feel pain, but not be hurt.
I hope Matthew Stafford has a great game but still loses like usual.
Yo, Austin, you want to make a little friendly wager?
I don't like betting on my own team because I know that they are just horribly like a letdown 50% of the time.
So you'd answer the question.
Depends on the wager.
A PUBG item of your choice.
If-
$10 or under.
If the Steelers lose, we do 1 week of PUBG episodes in Fortnite.
Oh, that's a pretty good bet.
Dan, I noticed that you predict the scores of games every day for the Lions.
Yeah.
You always predict they're gonna win though.
It's because they actually have won every game until the Zebras took it from them.
Well, they're not 6-1. They're 5-2, right?
No, they're worse than that.
4-3.
I think so.
What's
yeah.
the point?
I mean, that's not terrible. I mean, Packers lost Aaron Rodgers. The Bears are terrible, and the Vikings don't have a quarterback. So
He's not lying.
What about Dante Culpepper?
why do you know so many Chicago Bears?
That's not a
He's
Chicago
actually a
Bears.
Minnesota
He's a
Viking.
Oh,
Minnesota Viking.
I was thinking of Julius Peppers. My
Yeah. Oh, he's a Carolina Panther.
bad. He was a Bear though.
Briefly at the nadir of his career.
Yo, during a brief flash though, Ryan, Culpepper to Moss, the single best duo in the NFL.
Oh, dude, you're telling me. Who would you rather have? Chad Pennington throwing to Santonio Holmes? I don't think so.
I like how all the sports reference you know was like from a decade ago, but it's all good stuff.
I mean, the real thing you should have said is, why would you throw to Santonio Holmes when you got Lavernius Coles laying in the cut?
I thought you were gonna say Wayne Corbett.
I don't know who that is.
He's a late model.
Won Super Bowl 45.
Who was in
The
that one?
Steelers in Detroit.
I'm not gonna tell you who was in it.
I don't know. I don't know what the number of the Super. What year was it?
It was 2012.
Patriots.
Nope.
I'm gonna say 2012.
They-
It was
Giants.
The
No.
49ers against the Baltimore Ravens.
No, that was 2 years later. 3 years later.
It's the one
Or no, that
before
was-
that. Then is the thing. So just do the
Super
math.
Bowl 40 was in Detroit. Seahawks won 2012.
No.
Oh, so the one
Steelers
before
won.
that was obviously the Seahawks losing to.
Yo, Scarby on my yellow.
You guys are two in the future. Super Bowl 45 was the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Packers won. Greatest performance of Aaron Rodgers' career.
It was a completely terrible game until the Steelers came back towards the end, and then they didn't win though.
That's what I'm part of. Cheese Nation. Cheese Nation. It's like a holiday in my religion. It's called Rodgers Day.
Rodgers.
We celebrate all the Rodgers. Steve, Moore, Roger
Bart
Daltrey, the
Starr.
lead singer of the Who. We celebrate him as well.
Look at that photograph.
That's Chad Kroger, not Chad Kroger.
And I believe it's look at this graph.
Look at
not
this
photograph.
graph.
Look at this graph. I love Dan learning about new memes or old memes.
Yo, there's Scarby on my yellow, and no one wants it.
I want it. Oh, I have one in my hair. Never mind. Look at this graph. Every time I laugh.
Oh, people leaving bandages around like they don't need them, but then when the rubber meets the iron, all of a sudden, got any bandies?
I went through like, fuck, I don't know, like 20 bandies.
Dude, someone should actually in the comments tally up who used more bandies in the last episode, because I was definitely in like the double digits for sure.
Did you get full value out of your bandies?
I always wait 2 ticks now in honor of Mouth.
That's good. That's
Gone
good.
but not
You should
forgotten.
do that in honor of, just being correct.
Well, I just wish that they would make the mechanic not work like that. But, I recognize that's not fair, NL.
It's a balance decision.
Yeah.
If you need quick heals, you spam them. If you have time,
Yeah, it's definitely a balanced decision.
It is.
It's like it's a decision that they made for balance.
It is. It's one of the few like weird things that it was a deliberate choice and not a bug.
It's definitely the decision they wanted to make.
You having fun?
Dan, pass me that umpy, dude. Can I get a boneless umpy, please?
There's an M16 right here. Do you want
I
it?
can't get in. Can you guys name who won the last Stanley Cup?
Yes,
The Pittsburgh Penguins.
That's correct. Can you name who won the Stanley Cup before that?
the Calgary Flames.
No.
No, it was the... Did the Penguins win twice?
He's done it.
Yeah.
Back-to-backs.
Thanks to Patrick Sedin and Julio.
And then before that, was it either Boston or Chicago, right?
Yeah, I got to think about that one. So, 2017 was Pittsburgh. 2016 was Pittsburgh. 2015, I think, was Chicago.
Is Chicago or was it Boston? I think it was Boston.
No, Boston won 2011. They haven't won since.
Okay. Then it was Chicago. And then it was L.A., right?
Yeah, it was 2015 is Chicago. 2014, L.A. 2013, Chicago. 2012, L.A. 2011, Boston. 2010, Chicago.
I don't know.
How do you know
Chicago
this?
wins a fuck ton.
Chicago and
I don't know how I know. I pay attention to the Stanley Cup.
There were 6 years where Chicago and LA won every year except one.
Well, LA had never won for a long
Correct.
time, right? Until that.
Yeah. That's correct.
See, I can hang with the hockey crowd if it's postseason.
Yeah.
Gratata.
Pittsburgh Penguins beat the Nashville Predators.
That's correct.
It was their first Stanley Cup appearance.
That's also correct.
I've got it, man.
It's not that impressive.
Yeah, sports ball, sports ball.
How was your Pistons game on Wednesday, Daniel?
It was actually pretty amazing.
Hey, that's good.
Not gonna lie.
Those are looted. You guys should not be there.
Okay.
You should head south right now.
See you later.
My buddy bought season tickets, and they're really good seats,
Yeah.
probably the best seats of my life. But the brand new arena,
Little Caesars?
it was lit. Yeah, 30% full.
Are they garbage right now?
It's game 4 of the season.
Are they 0-4?
No, they blew out the Timberwolves. I mean, they're not great, but what the hard part is that their number one player, Andre Drummond, signed a $130 million contract.
Yeah.
And he literally does not try. Doesn't try. Exerts 50% effort.
I can't do the NBA.
Oh, you can do the NBA.
Nah, I really hate how the games end in fouls so often. It's a huge flaw of the sport. Otherwise, it's great.
I'm kind of with you.
Tell me what's a better thing in sports than someone getting dunked on.
No, that is pretty
That's
sick.
great.
I love that. But I'm
when
kind of
someone's
with
down
Austin.
more than 4 points and they have to touch all up on the other team to even have a chance.
It's I really like watching soccer, I don't watch it anymore because you have to wake up at like 2:30 a.m. Pacific to see the English Premier League games live. But like I enjoy it. But when people are like, "Well, I don't really like how when the people get touched, they just flop around on the ground and then pretend to be injured to kill the clock," I'm like, "I can't argue with you. That sucks. Nobody likes that. The people do it because it works.
What do you find entertaining about soccer?
It's just like elegant. There's an artistry, and like goals can come from essentially nowhere, and every score changes the pace of the game. Like, you know, if someone goes up 1-0, or let's use the extreme example. You know, Steph Curry drains a 3-0 Golden State. What are their odds of winning? Well, probably before the game they were already like 98, right? Because there's no parity in the league. But like now they've gone up like 1%. If a team goes up 1-0 in soccer, they're like 80% favorites to win the game.
Look at this photograph. It's been looking at me since I was a kid.
Yeah, like that's the thing with basketball. Like, who the fuck thinks it's not gonna be Cleveland Golden State in a few months in the final?
I felt like it kind of hit ahead last year when Boston beat Cleveland once, and everybody was like, "This is crazy." So when they were both Cleveland and Golden State were like 10-0 in the middle of the conference finals or something, and then Boston took a game, and everyone was like, "This is unprecedented."
Yeah, every time you say Boston, have you guys ever had a Boston cooler?
No.
It's it's not gross. It's really good. Whenever you say Boston, that's what I think of. It's, you guys know what Verner's is?
Yeah.
It's Verner's with a scoop of vanilla ice cream in it. It's like mixed. It's so good. Every time you say Boston, that's what I think of.
Do you laugh every time I say it?
No, I think of it, but I was laughing because you thought it was something else, like a rusty trombone or something.
There's another level 2 vest in here.
Yeah, where are you guys at?
I inserted.
Oh, I have an extra 4. I'm out of it today. Who needs a 4x?
So I could use it, but I need bullets first.
For the 4x?
No, for my M16.
Oh, I actually like cannot. I don't have bullets. I have 60 rounds. Just take the 4x.
Is that you?
Yes.
I don't know why I thought it was Dan.
I dropped it over there.
Thank you.
I'm out here mouthing it up right now.
Our games have been a little boring today.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well.
I mean, we are playing first person.
Yeah, there's no rocket launchers in this game either. If you get shot at, you can't even build like a mansion in 0.3 seconds.
Check out Gatka, see if it's still open for business.
I don't mean to hate on basketball though, because like, I understand.
It's got amazing moments.
And like, I understand it as a sport that gets made fun of. Every sport gets made fun of, but like, people also make fun of hockey. Like, oh, it's kind of hard to follow the puck on the ice. And they, you know, it's just like, it's kind of like ice soccer to watch. All right. But I mean, people, when they talk about the NFL, they go, yeah, National For Advertisers League. The MLB is like, oh, sorry, I don't have 12 hours to watch one game of your sport.
Yo, out of all the major sports, baseball has got to change something up.
Why?
It is so... Unless you watch an October World Series baseball, it's like pulling teeth.
It's not, though.
You're going to sit and watch a full baseball game?
Not anymore. I used to, but I don't got time anymore.
No one has time. Show me one person who has time to sit down and watch an entire baseball game.
It's just, it's
It's America's
best sport.
pastime.
It's the best sport to go to physically.
Yeah, but when you go there, you don't watch it. You talk and have a couple beers with your buds.
Oh, and you won't watch it. I'm as the same values as you, Dan.
I'm telling you, you go to a baseball game, 90% of the people watch 3 innings.
That's just not true. Like
That's
a
easy.
statistic that you just made up.
Okay, let's Google it.
What? I don't think Google's gonna have the research on
All
this
right.
one, Dan.
Poll 10 people go to a baseball game. One guy keeps score by himself. The 9 other people buy 8 beers and 3 hot dogs and watch 1 inning.
You're still making up statistics, Dan. I don't think you understand.
So those are our 2 extremes. Either Google or 10 made-up people. I mean, I'm kind of
It's like- I think we can all agree that our least favorite people are the second you talk about sports on Twitch or YouTube. DAE sports.
bunch of overpriced jocks.
What
Did
is
they do
DAE?
the kick? Did they kick the ball?
You can like sports and video games. It's okay.
People do that to me now. Anytime, like, I even mention anything, not even like, oh, DAE arrays start at 0. If I ever mention anything at all to do with program, everyone goes, oh, the code talk. Ooh, system.out.println hello world. Like, it's a bad look to anytime anyone's passionate about anything. You just immediately default to, like, what do I know about this thing so I can make fun of it.
It's fucking annoying because they do it about video games too. Like anything that they haven't deemed immediately 10 out of 10, they're just gonna be like DAE talking about good thing that you enjoy life.
What is comments? I love you guys. What is DAE?
Does anybody else?
Does anybody? Basically, fuck all of you. I hate you.
I like you, but, like, I like to argue with you. I don't like fold in the face of that kind of pressure from chat. I'm happy to jibber jabber.
Yeah, that's actually an offensive term.
Is it?
No, I just made that.
Oh,
up.
see, I was about to
DAE.
apologize.
DAE.
That's not how you use that. Oh, Dan, there's a 4B here.
I got a 4B.
You don't want a 4B?
Keep, I already have one. You can keep
You
your
don't
trash.
need
so
a
I don't want-
4B?
I don't want
You're
your
too
seconds.
good for a 4B? How does a
hope
4B
someone-
take up more space than a smoke grenade in your inventory?
I would like a hollow though.
Really?
Yeah, I prefer hollows to reds.
Would you rather just have a 4B?
I have a 4B, with the wires coming out the tip.
I hope that someone listened to the sports talk in the beginning of this episode and then wrote a comment that says DAE sports and then got to this point just like, oh.
Sports ball.
Well, like on the Opus Magnum video I just posted, somebody left a comment that was like, normally I don't do this, but it makes me really uncomfortable that he calls himself a programmer despite not having a job where he programs. And then, like, literally the next comment was like, he doesn't call himself a programmer. And they're like, well, yeah, but he talks about it. Like, what do you want from me?
They created their own narrative.
Yeah. Literally, like, it makes me mad when he does this thing that he doesn't do. He doesn't do that. Yeah, but, like, if he did, I'd be upset. Just taking flack for, like, no reason whatsoever.
Oh man, that's funny.
That's really good. It's a duality of chat.
I was reading those. I was getting close to combative in those comments. I didn't leave any comments because you just go away for, like, 10 seconds, you come back, and you're like, I'm an adult, this is fine. But for a minute, I was like, I'm going to screen cap my GPA, and I'm going to tweet it. And I'm going to be like, oh, who's stupid now, motherfuckers? Who's the stupid one?
One day I fully expect to go on one of the Reddits and then just see like a 2-paragraph scathing post from you.
That's why I don't go to the Northernlion subreddit very often anymore. That's the space for the fans to say whatever they want to say. Whenever any sort of drama, which we usually have very little of, whenever any sort of drama makes it to the circle jerk, though, I get furious.
Why? Because that's your safe place?
Well, that's just the place for, like, jokes. And then there's another subreddit for semi-serious stuff. When someone's like, you know, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? And then it's Carmen Sandiego, but with, like, a Mouth shirt on. And somebody's in the comments leaves, like, an essay about, like, well, I was watching Mouth's eye movements on his stream when Ryan was mentioned, and he looked up into the left, which was just like, just fuck off. Everything's fine. You're actually just making it worse. Like, everything is totally okay. Everybody's an adult. Like, you're just sowing discord for no reason.
I've noticed that on the Circle Jerk and the Northernlion subreddit, there's like 2 or 3 people who always just say terrible shit about everyone or are just horrible people. And I think that I've seen these people and not realized until recently that they're just the same 2 or 3 people. They know who they are.
I've memorized some usernames. Like,
I've got like 3 names in my head right now.
like
I'm not
it's
gonna say,
opposite
but-
day here.
I'm not gonna call them out because, again, you got to be like a certain level of fan to be posting in these places to begin with. Now, if you're saying really rude things about me or my co-hosts, then that's like too far. But I understand that most of these people come from a position of just being like really big fans. I don't want to like you know, in bad faith insult them. But there are some times I read a comment and I'm like, well, this person's really rude to me. And I'm like, oh, it's just the same dude that's been rude to me for like 6 weeks. But somehow still watches every show. So I'm like flattered, but also like, shut up. But in my head, I'm like, I already disregarded what you say because you haven't said anything positive in 2 months. Not all the shows have been bad. There's been some bangers in there.
Thursday, or was it Wednesdays? Whatever one it was amazing.
Yeah,
One of the best
Wednesdays
ones
was
in a
pretty
while.
good. Thursdays was garbage, though.
Oh, Thursday. Yeah, Wednesdays was.
Jackbox broke, so we had to play Pintario, and then
Like Fortnite.
we played Fortnite and sucked, and then in the middle section was GoldenEye, and like 60% of the audience just hits the snooze button on GoldenEye to begin with, so... But I was like, Jackbox will bring it back. Ooh, connecting to Jackbox servers. You really screwed me, Jack.
Look at this phone.
God, we haven't even heard a bullet, have we?
Top 22, boys.
We siege in this town?
I don't know. I've been hoping for a scuss. I have like every bit for a scuss, and
Casterly Rock, let's go. There's always
You see
like
someone?
there are times on the shows where I'm like, oh, that's gonna upset some people. Whether I say it or, you know, one of you says it, Nick says it, Rob says it, I'm like, someone is gonna be in the comments after and be like, why was blah being such a blah? Then there's also times where like Corey will be on the show and then be like a person that's just like, I really hate when Corey laughs. I'm like, what do you want from people? That's an unrealistic. It's an extremely unrealistic criticism. That's unactionable. That's like you go in for your employee review, and then your boss is just like, you know, well, you put on a couple of pounds this year, Suzanne. It's not related to the work.
oh, did I tell you? No, I don't think I told you guys. So in the Airbnb we were staying at,
There are bugs.
There
were bugs,
termites crawling out of the drain.
that is the thing that happens. But no, we had neighbors.
Oh.
And everyone keeps their windows open on the beach because the breeze is cool and there's no AC anywhere.
No AC.
Summer breeze.
Yeah, $1.5 million house we're staying in. No fucking
No
AC.
AC?
It's like, really spent money wisely here. That's 100 degrees.
You wonder
it's
how
fine.
people go broke?
Anyway, I kept hearing these neighbors, like, it was their kids and their mom were just all very loud in the morning. And then, you know what? Kids are going to be loud.
Yeah.
They're going to school, whatever. Weekend comes around. Dad comes home. He's off of work. Fucking, he starts having this conversation with his wife, and I can't hear them unless they're, like, yelling. And so they start yelling, and the dad says at the top of his lungs, yeah, I fired him. And then she goes, was it because he was depressed? And the other guy goes, yeah, of course. And I'm just like, oh, wow, this guy's a fucking terrible person.
You go talk to him?
What if...
There
Oh,
was-
this is Dazia pulling up to the package. It's at the package right now.
I can't see them.
Dude, I gotta...
Go, do it.
No. Okay, they're all running away now.
That's me firing at him.
Okay,
we're getting shot
We gotta
from-
keep moving.
I think
We
it's
didn't win
them
the
that's
fight.
shooting us.
Same direction. Same guys. They're potatoes, though.
Yeah, well, tit for tat. Tit for tate.
Okay, we gotta keep moving east. We gotta get in this circle. I'm gonna boost up really quick. You should heal too, real quick, Ryan.
Yeah, I popped up Bandy. Let's go.
Oh, just grass. Man, Brendan needs
Whoa,
to work
whoa,
on these
whoa.
That was me,
textures.
Scared. I thought they were rushing us.
Look at this piece up.
17 alive.
At least we finally got some action.
Yeah. I landed some shots, so, like, this is already an above average episode.
Just get into this circle and have a great time.
I also have no kills, which means that there's still a chance for us to win.
Also have no kills. This guy's probably out in the open, actually. Yeah, I think I see him. Yeah, he's prone. He's moving now. He's at 60, 75.
Yeah.
Moving left, moving left. I'm gonna take
Yeah,
shots
I
once
see
he's out in
him.
the open. Take a
There's
shot.
a US to my southeast. Just
And he
a heads
moved
up.
right. Oh, there's a guy right here.
hit him 3 times, I think. Nice, you got him. Oh! I gotta help my boy. Oh. Claps from the left as well, Austin. I tapped him in the helmet. His helmet still exists, though.
Yo, I'm getting shot at. I don't know from where.
He's sat next to me, like to my right.
I gotta rush this tree. If I go down, I go down.
Can't see this guy. He's downhill. Where the hell is he? How can I not see this guy?
I got him.
Get in the circle. Get in the circle.
Oh, yeah.
Did he die?
Nice tear, Ryan.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
What the fuck? How did he get over there? He's at the houses.
Is he in the blue?
I don't understand what just happened.
Yeah, we're
Oh, I see. Yeah, there's 3 of them, Dan. They're running along the dunes with us.
Oh, it was a different team.
we gotta hide and heal.
Yeah, I'm just getting low.
That
in there.
confused me so much.
There's some shots to our northeast, Ryan.
My personal perspective, why don't we toilet bowl? We know there's a team there. We just have to break
You
it.
have, you have teams on both sides. You got to
Yeah.
figure out which one to deal with.
I think we should go for the team that allows us to turl.
Okay.
The turlable team.
No, Dan, other way.
I just don't want to pop up and get
I would
flanked.
hurry if I were you. I don't think you can prone here because those guys are gonna come up behind you. Right, I'm gonna be real. I don't think Micro Uzi is the play.
Is that you shooting, Dan?
Yep. Sit yourself. Sit
Nice,
yourself
nice.
and sit yourself down. They were solo. You got to push up. I'm G Hilling.
Ryan, you might, now that Dan cleared right, I would go right. Go around to the right with Dan.
Okay.
Get into the hills. Just try to get the blue to your back.
I think
and
you're
get
right. I
into the
think
hills.
you're right.
So this guy was fighting someone. Yeah, you see him, Dan, up ahead to east 75.
I don't see anyone.
Left a little bit. On the top of that hill.
Ryan, there's someone on. Okay. I didn't see him at all, Austin, but thanks for the call.
I'm just getting in.
He was about right where the other guy you killed was, pretty much.
Okay.
We're safe in this little gulch here.
Okay.
You're gonna have people coming right up behind you, Ryan. So I would just focus on behind you.
Like from the east.
Right there, yeah, right from there somewhere. Don't even worry about those other guys that are shooting. Just watch your back.
Yeah.
There he is. There he is. He's 120 southeast, Dan. To the right a little bit. He ran back into the blue. Be patient. Be patient. He has to come out.
Try to Kobe me. Someone Kobe'd me. I gotta get out.
Run on Dan. Run on Dan.
Yeah.
Run on Dan. Run on Dan.
Oh, that was pretty embarrassing.
You needed some help from me. Fudge.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, he had some action at the end.
Oh.
We got some
It
tears.
was a solo. Oh, it hurts. It hurts.
I'm not gonna say anything, Ryan, but I don't. You might want to just skip the comment section on this episode.
Dude, that's
happened at the
like
end?
by far not even close to making the list of the worst things I've ever done in this game. if you potato that hard, I would be like, you should skip the comments. When I potato that hard, people are just like, what did I expect? I should have known.
What happened?
I mean, I hip fired 100% of the time. Is one thing. I also emptied about a full clip of Uzi into where I thought he was, and then hip fired my M16 and still didn't kill him. So
Was it one or two guys?
it was just one dude, or his other dude was like a little further away from him. Well, anyway. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
So.